Hey guys, Kalila here, or Callie, and welcome to another video. Today, I just want to sit and chat because I just feel like sitting and chatting. Like, the only people I chat to are my sisters and Alexandra, so I think it's time to chat with you guys as well. So first, I have been working on this one sweater for most of the month now, and I have not enjoyed it at all. You guys know I have enjoyed knitting ever since I picked it up. Of course, I didn't care for like the learning process because I just wanted to get good quickly, but that's not the point. I've always enjoyed every single project that I've worked on until this one. Why? Because it was, the yarn was fine. I liked the yarn, totally fine, not a problem. I didn't have a problem with it or anything. It was just the fact that it wasn't something that I wanted to work on then, but I felt obligated to because I was gifted the yarn, and I was like, okay, I'll just quickly make a project out of it. I chose the Novice Sweater Mohair Edition because it's so easy, so simple. I don't have to think. Everything is just stockinette. So I was like, let me do that. But just because it was easy to do, and I don't know if it was quick to do. When did I start it? Hold on. Yeah, it was not quick to do. I started it December 29th and I finished it yesterday, January 18th. Now, mind you, I did not work on this for a little bit before January, so that is why there's that gap. But either way, let's see how long that is. So it took me 3 weeks to work on this sweater. I used one strand of fingering weight yarn. This is what it looks like. I haven't blocked it or anything because I didn't want it blocking while I was showing you guys. So this is what it looks like. I used 4 different shades of yarn, and I did the same thing for the sleeves so that it could match the body. I tried to do it as evenly as possible. But yeah, it still needs to be blocked before I even try to wear it and stuff. But I did not enjoy making it. Like I said, the yarn was fine. The pattern was fine as well. It was the Novice Sweater Mohair Edition. And I had already done the Novice Sweater Chunky Edition twice, so I knew exactly what I was getting into when making the sweater. That wasn't a problem at all. The problem was I didn't care to make that sweater at that time. I think that is a determining factor on whether I enjoy something or not, because once I feel like I'm obligated to do something, I stop enjoying it. And not in a sense where it's like, oh, you got paid to do this and you do that. No, it's just the sense of I have to do this and I can't do anything else. And for me, once I start on a project, I can't just stop it until I finish it unless I already had something planned that has a time limit on it and I have to finish it by a certain date. I had no project like that lined up, and this was the only one that I had, and I was just so annoyed with it. You know, when you get so excited for the future projects that you have. If you are a planner like me, I have a bunch of sweaters planned out for this year. I've written them all down and have the yarn prepared and everything. And so I knew that there was a sweater that I wanted to work on, which I actually casted on last night. I'm excited. And I couldn't get to it because I was just stuck on this sweater. I know you guys will be like, but you could have just put it down and just like worked on it later when you actually felt like it. But the thing is, I would not ever feel like that because I did not care to work on this at all. I knew if I put this sweater down, I would not pick it back up at all. I would just have a half-finished project because this project did not bring me joy at all. I thought this would be something that I could just go by quickly, and I didn't realize that the speed of which you knit also comes from how much joy you get out of knitting it. And the less you enjoy knitting something, the slower you will go. And I realized that with this, and I talked to my friend Alexandra about this, and she was also in the same boat a little bit, working on a project where like she was just tired of it, and Like, we're both just like, you know, just keep going. And then at the point with her project, it was just like, you can just, you know, you can just go to another project and just come back once you feel good about it. But for this, I don't want to put down something that I don't enjoy knitting because I won't pick it back up, like I said before. And I don't want to have to come back to that unenjoyment. I don't know, that's probably not a word, but I didn't want to have to ever come back to doing this. So I just trudged through it. I pushed through it. It probably took me like, one day to knit the, the ribbing because I kept stopping. And I know this is so random to talk about, but I literally just wanted to get off my chest that I literally did not enjoy this. And I know that so many people go through that as well, where it's not the like the pattern's not the problem, the yarn's not the problem. You just didn't enjoy it because you're looking forward to something else, or you're just so excited for something else that overshadows this one, or you just don't enjoy knitting on what you're knitting on at the moment. And I think another reason is because it was single strand. That seems so nitpicky, but I love double stranding things. And the fact that I couldn't double strand this, okay, couldn't. I'm saying that as if I couldn't, but I could have double stranded, but I didn't double strand it. And I think that was another reason why I didn't enjoy doing this, because I love double stranding yarn, whether it's a fingering and mohair, fingering and fingering, DK and mohair. I just love having two strands. There's just something about having multiple strands that just makes me feel good. And I didn't feel good with this. It sounds so dumb, but literally, guys, if you're not enjoying something, just stop it. Like, I felt obligated to finish this because I was gifted the yarn, but I feel like even if you're gifted something, don't feel obligated to push through something that you're not enjoying. Set it down. Because who knows, maybe setting it down and coming back to it will revive the joy that you could have had for it at the beginning, because I did have a lot of joy knitting on it at the beginning until I realized that I have an entire sweater to finish, and I was just annoyed. And I think next time, I'm just not going to accept anything where I feel like I'll have an obligation to it, because I want to enjoy every step of the process with everything that I'm knitting. And if I'm not enjoying knitting on it, I'm just not going to knit on it. Like, I will literally put it aside. I will get rid of my feelings for not wanting to have something unfinished on the side and just come back to it when I'm ready to come back to it, because it kills your joy when you're knitting on something that you do not care to knit on. I feel like I've just been repeating myself, but literally it's the worst feeling, and I can't believe I had that feeling for knitting. I don't want that feeling ever again. So now I'm going to talk about some things that I'm working on that I am excited for, and let me start with this hat. I am currently working on an Oslo hat. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it in one of my vlogs. I saw Carhartt hats, right? Everyone and their mother wears these, especially in the Midwest. Like, oh my gosh, literally everyone wears these. These hats. I love the way it looks. And I realized the Oslo hat looks just like it. Like, it even has like that 4-point decrease looking center and everything. And it's just so nice. And when I measured out the Oslo hat, when I did I bought this hat to see how I would want my Oslo hat to be. And I realized when I did the measurements that the Oslo hat is almost exactly these measurements. And I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. I even bought labels. They should be coming in sometime next week or so, hopefully. But I got labels, and I bought this hat before I bought the labels so that I can measure out how big this label was, and also to measure out the hat itself. So as I'm working on the Oslo hat, I can literally make it exactly like this hat. And I am using, the yarn I'm using is this hand-dyed yarn from Explore Knits, and it's her Rockies DK base. It is 100% superwash merino, 274 yards per 100 grams, and it is called Scruff. Ooh. It's called Scruff. And it is coming out so nicely so far. This is what the hat is looking like. This colorway is so beautiful. It's much browner in the camera, but it is more coppery in real life. And it just looks so nice. It's so weird knitting a hat, just plain stockinette, because I'm used to doing ribbing. But for this, I have a few more centimeters to go, and then I will fold it and knit it like together like this so that it can make this thick brim, because I love how thick this brim is, and I love the way it fits on my head. I have a ponytail right now, so it's blocking it. But I love the way this fits. Of course, it fits much better when I don't have a ponytail, but it is such a nice fit. So I'm like, okay, let me make this hat exactly like this. So I'm enjoying knitting on this. It's just a side project. I don't plan on finishing it this month or anything. I think I will get back to working on it maybe next month or March. Probably March, because next month I plan on putting everything aside and just knitting socks for the month so that I can take a break from knitting like bigger projects and just knit on some smaller projects like my socks and the Kalila project bag. I'm excited for that cowl. I think that cowl will be like the beginning of February, but I'll announce it in one of my vlogs, probably on the 30th. And the other project that I have been waiting to work on for so long is here. So remember when I was saying how I wanted to do the It's Not a Sweatshirt sweater by Knitting for Olive, but the pattern was just so crazy bad, written horribly, and like there were so many mistakes. But someone DM'd me and showed me their version of the pattern, and they had everything that I was missing. So I realized I had an older version somehow, and I just didn't get emailed the updated version. So my sisters and I, we emailed Knitting for Olive, and we were able to get the updated pattern. So now I'm happy that I am able to work on it again. In my vlog that you will see next week, I talked about this a little bit. I showed you guys it a little bit, but I will show it to you guys again because, listen, you'll just have to see this many times because it is so awesome. So I'm starting this, not a sweatshirt. And at first I was going to use a different yarn, but then I decided to use this yarn by The Wandering Flock. It is called Holograph Dreams. I'm not going to talk too much about it because you'll see more of it in another video. But I really wanted to use this yarn because I've had it for a while, and it's the only yarn it's one of my only yarns that doesn't have like a nylon content. So I feel like it will get very fuzzy and fluffy, and it's not plied. Like, I didn't realize it wasn't plied until someone DM'd me on Instagram, but it's not a plied yarn at all. So it's just like one strand of whateverness. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not roving, but it's definitely not like a tightly plied yarn, which I don't have a problem with. But I'm using these two colors together, and this is the neckband. It was longer, but I knitted it like it's a folded neckline, and I knitted it together last night, which I'm so happy about because now I'm able to start the German short rows, which I'm nervous about because I have not done German short rows. But I'm not nervous as in I'm scared. I'm nervous as in like, oh my gosh, this is a new technique and I'm about to start it after talking about it for so many months. But look at this. It looks so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh. The halo on this is just so nice. And I love that this peach mohair is not taking away from the original color of this, because look. So this is the project with the mohair and this together, and this is the original color. I feel like it just brightened it, made it like an electrified color. Like this is very soft. This is very soft, and then this one is just like bam, which I am so happy about. So this is my current whip for the month of January. This is my third sweater that I'll be working on for the month. I am not in any hurry to finish it. It'll be crazy if I did end up finishing it, because that means it would have taken like a week and a half or something. But I will work on it as much as possible every single day. I want to try to get the yoke done like by tomorrow or so. But I'll just see, because since I rushed through this sweater, I don't want to rush through another sweater. I just want to chill, enjoy the process, have fun, learn some new techniques like I'm doing, and just have a good time knitting. So the point of this video, have a good time knitting. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't done so already. Give this a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye!